Hey beautiful people, it's Courtney. Welcome back. We are wrapping up our How to Start a Business from Scratch series. This is episode 4, the last episode of this series. I will link all 3 parts down below if you haven't checked those out yet. But I've pretty much shown you how you can start your own online business from scratch in a month. It has literally only been a month, which is crazy. In today's video, I'm gonna show you the aftermath of launch day. I kind of vlogged that a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you how I package up all my orders and how I ship them. And I came to a huge realization about Wix versus Shopify, so stay tuned for that. But in last video, we officially launched like the day the video went live. So let's pick up where we left off and start off with launch day. We've launched, it's launch day, and we just got our first order. What I noticed right off the bat is I don't love this on Wix. So over here, if you're on your dashboard, right, it doesn't show, like, it doesn't pop up like, oh, you have an order. Like, I wish there was a number right here similar to what Shopify does. But my first order is from Janice, and Janice, if you happen to be watching this, I just want to say thank you. Janice has been such a long time follower, and she is absolutely the sweetest. So she actually wrote a comment on here. Okay, so I don't know how many of you will remember this. This was, wow, probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. I actually made and sold hair ties, and they were like the kind that are knotted, and when you put them in your hair, they don't leave any creases. And she was like, I still have those, so of course I had to support you this time. So I just want to say, Janice, if you're watching this, thank you. That was so sweet of you. So she got some of our new scrunchies. So that's super exciting. So at least I'll have 1 box to package for this video. But yeah, so we'll see what else happens, and I'll keep you guys posted. Oh, okay. This video isn't starting out great. I am officially over Wix. Don't recommend it. Go to Shopify. I learned my mistake. I should have stuck with what I knew. And let me tell you why. I didn't realize this until I actually got to the shipping label process. When I went on to Wix to print out the label, I quickly realized that it didn't save any of my presets. So say I had a package, I said this package is gonna be 4 ounces to ship. It didn't automatically import any of that. And on top of that, you could only purchase 1 shipping label at a time, which is extremely inconvenient. So let me tell you a workaround for this, but I did go ahead and start building a website on Shopify that I plan to switch over to. I was gonna do it immediately and make the switch, and I ran into a huge error where when you transfer a domain, you have to wait like 60 days. It's some kind of law, and it protects you against scams and things like that. And what's great about Shopify, to print labels on there, it's very easy, and you could print up to 20 at a time, which when I was doing slime, even that was a bit of an inconvenience, but for this, 20 at a time, perfect for now, no big deal. So let me show you the workaround that I'm doing, that I've done before in Shopify when I wanted to print like 100 or 200 labels at a time, and what you pretty much have to do with Wix because it's just not convenient to do 1 at a time. Now I love ShipStation, and I always use this with my slime business. And what's great about ShipStation is it pulls in your orders from every different platform, whether you're selling on Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, it will sync them all together, and you can batch them and print different labels. So I love ShipStation. However, you do have to pay monthly for this. And when you're just starting out, do you really want to pay an extra monthly expense? Probably not. For this, I got the basic minimum, which is $9 a month, and you can only do up to 50 orders. The next tier up, it goes a lot more than that for like $20 a month and so on. So I would almost say you have to use a platform like this. There are others, but ShipStation is definitely one of the biggest, and I've used it personally, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna use that. But to actually have to do that just to print labels from Wix is super inconvenient. So as soon as the 60 days is up, I will be switching to Shopify. I've been keeping up with this and shipping orders really quickly, so I only have 1 here right now, but obviously you would just check all of them and then click create and print label, and it will pull up everything you need to know, and it gives you a free stamps.com account when you use ShipStation. So that's a little perk of it, and you actually save money printing labels this way versus going to the post office. If you're printing through like Etsy, Shopify, ShipStation, you get like a bulk discount that they're able to get, so you save some money in shipping. You'll notice if you actually go to the post office, it does cost more. So at this point, completely experiencing both platforms platforms, I would say just go to Shopify. It will be easy and save you a lot of headache, especially in the shipping process. So my final verdict after both of these, I was leaning more towards Wix until I got to this point. So I'll say Shopify, way easier to print labels and you don't have to pay any extra monthly fees.
Now, once you have your labels printed, it's time to package your orders. So to do this, I usually have my laptop nearby. That way I'll look at the shipping label, I'll take the name, I'll enter it into the laptop or just look on my laptop orders and see what they ordered. That way I don't have to waste any paper and print extra things out. And then I absolutely love how all the packaging came together. As you guys saw in other parts of this series, we created our thank you cards, we created these cute little stickers, and I just love the finished look. I think it came together so cute, very sleek, very nice. It looks very eco-friendly, which I also love, just very minimal. So I am so happy with how it all came out. Let's talk a little bit about shipping items. So when I had my slime business, I would sometimes ship 100, 200 orders at a time. And people ask, well, what do you do with all those packages? So let's talk about it. There's a few options, all of them very easy. So right now, while I'm not getting a ton of orders, these are very small boxes that I chose. I could fit about 6 of them in my mailbox. We have a pretty big mailbox. So I could fit about 6 and I could turn off the flag and have the USPS person pick them up. So another option is you could schedule a pickup. The problem I have with these is they're very, very lightweight. So what you can do for a pickup, you get a free USPS pickup. They will come the next day that you schedule it with your normal mail. And this is great if you have 100 packages. It works great. And the only caveat is at least one package. You could have 99 other packages, but one package has to be with a priority mail label on it. That's it. And what I used to do is I used to have the huge IKEA canvas totes, any kind of canvas bags, depending on the size of your package. And I would put all the orders in there. And if the mail person needed to, they could take the canvas bag with them and they would just bring it back when they dropped off the mail the next day. A lot of times they would just take the bag to haul the packages to their vehicle, dump the packages in their vehicle, and leave the bags at the front porch. So that's a great option. You can dump these in like the blue USPS boxes, that's fine. When I was doing slime, there was a few times we would completely fill it up and I was like, well, this doesn't seem right because now there's no room for anybody else to put packages in there. So we typically did like a scheduled pickup. And then last but not least, you can just go into your USPS with a bunch of pre-labeled packages and just drop them off. And oftentimes you don't have to wait in line. I don't wait for my packages to be all scanned in. You can if you want like the tracking with all the receipts and stuff. But you should have all the tracking numbers online on your platform you're using. So I just drop them off. I've never had an issue with that ever. So yeah, right now I'm just putting these in my mailbox. That way I could get them out. Like if you order in the next day or two, I just stick them in my mailbox and they're good to go. Once I get more, I will definitely schedule a pickup or just drop them off at the post office.
And that's gonna wrap up this series. I know some of you have loved this series. Some of you are ready for me to post something else. So stay tuned next Saturday. We'll be back to normal content, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. If you're thinking about starting your own online business, you could do it in literally about a month. It's all a learning process, and at the end of the day, you can learn so many skills just by starting an online business. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series, and I'll see you next Saturday for a brand new video. Bye.